It's been 4 years, 9 months, and 2 days since his accident. It hurts the same today as it did 2 days after the accident. It's never going to change.
In discussing some of those cases directly with some of the victims' parents, more often than not, they either hadn't had those discussions or they had kind of glossed over those topics with their kids.
When he would come home, we would punish him if he had been drinking. We would ground him, we would scold him, yell at him, do whatever we thought was necessary to try to change his behavior.
They understand that it's wrong, but when that message comes from a parent, it's probably the best source that that message can come from.
As parents, my husband and I, we still can't get rid of the guilt of just knowing and acknowledging that Michael was going to be drinking that night at a party. I just can't believe that part of our last conversation we ever had with Michael was telling him it was okay to go to a party and drink. That's a horrible last thing for your kids to ever hear you say.
It is against state law to host an underage drinking party. It is against state law to furnish alcohol to minors.
Parties that are hosted by parents, alcohol parties for underage kids, is a bad, bad idea. You just can't get around that. It's illegal.
We have these parents who come in and say, well, I can not only supervise my own kid, and I can supervise his friends, and I can host an overnight drinking party as long as nobody gets to go home or leave the party. That's fraught with peril. We have had countless stories and countless examples of those best laid plans falling to pieces and tragedy resulting.
As a parent, you can say, I'm going to take the keys away from kids and they're going to sit at my house where I can watch them, and when they sober up, then I'll let them leave. How do you know when they're sober? Something happens and they're in an accident. I guarantee you the guilt that you have to live with the rest of your life is not going to be worth it.
And we have seen that play out time and time again. The driver of the vehicle survives, but he kills his 16-year-old girlfriend, or he kills his 15-year-old high school friend. We have jail time, and we have fines, and we have probation that we can levy against that individual, but there's very little that we can do that will ever measure up to the guilt that young individual will have to live with for the rest of his life.
His friends and his classmates, they're getting married, graduating from college, they're having babies. Ours is gone. Make sure that they know you feel the way you do and that you're saying the things you do because you love them, not because you're trying to keep them from having fun, but because you love them. It's not about control, it's about love. Absolutely. Parents really do matter.